Wahoo! Come on, let's go! Humya!
That was rough.
Greetings, citizens of the internet! You can call me Nitro Indigo, and welcome back to my extremely riveting Let's Play of Klonoa for the Wii. In the last episode, we did Vision 3-1, Rebirth of the Forest, or the Reawakening Forest, that's what it's called in the Wii make, isn't it? If not, I'll put a correction on screen. And if I was right, then I'm just wasting time talking. And in this episode, we'll be doing Vision 3-2. We'll be doing Vision 3-2, a wrench in the works. And I don't know why I was carrying that boogie, because that's what the exploding enemies are called. Because I didn't need it, and it went off anyway. And anyway, this is the part where the game's puzzle elements really start to show. Because you've got to, like, it's like what Tessellating Hexagons called a dungeon level in his Let's Play of this game. Because like there's a bunch of rooms that you return to constantly. For example, there's this room. We can't do anything here yet apart from get this key, but spoiler alert, that thing we were just on is going to move later. And I like it level design like this because there's not enough platforms in the world that make you think. I mean, there's Kirby's Dream Land 3, but there isn't really much to make you think outside the side quests. And another thing I like about this game is how well the story is paced. Like most story-driven games I play are like RPGs and stuff, and this is a platform, so obviously they're going to have different standards, but I like how, like, there's no, like, time wasted in the story. Every event leads to next, so, like, I should really be waiting on that thing. Why did I go back there? So, like, oh, wait, it's not moving. Oh, it is. So, like, every event leads to next, and there's not any annoying filler in the middle, and we've just looped all the way back around again. And I really like pacing like that. It's like the Pixar model of storytelling. That happened because of that, and this happened because of that, this happened, and so on. And they talk about that in the Story Laboratory video about Ice Age 3 as well. And like I like pacing like that, like flipping Harry Potter or Fullmetal Alchemist or even Toy Story or something. That's what I remember by Toy Story being really cohesive back when I was being the Cars apologist. And then I moved on from being the Cars apologist. And speaking of things that are seen as are for kids, but speaking of things that are for kids, yes, I kind of got into a bit of a Power Rangers kick recently because there's a bonus in Volume 26 of Fullmetal Alchemist that parodies Super Sentai, which, if you don't know, is the Japanese thing that Power Rangers was based on, and I just fell into a pit and died. And I'm not going to go into detail what it says because of spoilers, but it kind of made me want to relive my nostalgia for Power Rangers. And then a while ago, I watched a few episodes of some Power Rangers series, some which were from my childhood and some which weren't. And I still fell into a pit and died. So, and I have lots of stuff on my Netflix queue, but the only things I watch on there are Fullmetal Alchemist and Power Rangers. Help me, except don't really help me, because if I enjoy doing it and it's not harming anyone, why should I stop? And my nose itches. And I need to stop talking in non sequiturs. You know, by the way, at the beginning of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you know when the mysterious voice lady, I know who she is, but I don't know if revealing her identity would count as a spoiler or not, so just to be safe, I keep falling into pits, I might get game over soon. No, I don't, because I have loads of lives. But anyway, she says, "Open your eyes, Link," and it kind of reminds me of that advert that goes, "And breathe." I can't remember what that advert was for even, and I got hit by a moo because I just suck at this game, but I like the vine patterns in the background. They're not actually vine patterns, they're actual vines. Oh, come on, I hate this section. Is this the Let's Play curse? I think it is. Don't really think I've had the Let's Play curse up to this point, though. Oh, and I like that guitar bit in the music. It's another part of the music that sounds like it should be referenced to some other track in the game, but it's not. And this is either called a monkey moose, a monkey moo, or a mouse moo. Yeah, it's called a monkey moo. Why do I think it's called a mouse moo? I don't know. And this is a flying moo. They kind of look like parrots. And this is a bee. I don't know what the bee enemies are called, so I'm just going to call them Sectros because those are the bee enemies in Kirby Trouble Deluxe. And I like how full of storytelling the very first stage of flipping. I forgot to flip that switch. Forgot to flip that switch. Yes, I didn't even intend that. I like how for the storytelling, the first stage of Royal Road. That's it. I almost wanted to call it Moonlight Mansion, but that's the second area section place thingy from Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, so it's not. But anyway. I like how the first stage of Royal Road has like another kind of untold storytelling or whatever I was calling it. I don't really think I was talking about it in a Let's Play. I think I was talking about it in like wordless storytelling, that's it. I think I was talking about this in like an analysis video of this game I did, Indigo Rambles about Door to Phantom Isle, which I wouldn't recommend watching because it contains spoilers for this game. But anyway, I was talking about like wordless storytelling, and the first stage of Royal Road in Kirby Triple Deluxe is another example of wordless storytelling because cutscene.
Door closed. Check. Door locked. Check. My goodness, arrived already, have we? Unfortunately, you're just a little too late. So I'll be going on ahead of you.
Anyway, what I was trying to say before the cutscene interrupted me is that I like how in Kirby Triple Deluxe, the first stage in Royal Road has wordless storytelling because you basically break into a castle, you see a poster of, or not a poster, a banner of Mrs. Spoilers. Mrs. Spoilers, that's her name now. I meant to say spoilers, but Mrs. Spoilers works too, even though as far as we know she's not married, so she'd just be Miss Spoilers. But anyway, and then like, there's this like, and then like, in the last stage you rescue a bunch of characters, but then like in the middle of it it's just refighting bosses, and I don't like it because it's just kind of boring. I mean, Revenge of the Enemy is pretty awesome, but it's still, I don't like redoing things. And then there's that weird Hypernova stage, which doesn't actually make any sense in the context of the area you're currently in. But still, it's Kirby. The deep and intricate lore of Kirby. By the way, I do not have a Nintendo Switch, so I have not played Star Allies, and I just remembered that you need to have a Boomy to use that Switch because it automatically goes off otherwise. But anyway, it automatically closes the door after a certain amount of time, so that's why you need to get Boomy, because otherwise you won't get there fast enough. But anyway, I haven't got a Switch and cutscene.
What's this? You managed to get pretty far. But if you want the key, you're going to have to make it all the way up here. Of course, there's no way you'll be able to do that.
Okay, before I continue the train of thought I was just on, this is our introduction to chain jumping. We don't actually do that much in this game, but I barely missed the person. And we need to chain jump 3 times. But anyway, well, I need to chain jump 3 times, not necessarily we, 4 times then. But anyway, I don't have a Switch. I'll probably get a Switch if they announce a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game for it, even though I've kind of gone off Pokemon, but still. And if I get a Switch, I might get Kirby Star Allies. I got a PS4 a while ago to try new games. The problem is that everything's getting ported to Switch now, so... And specifically, one of the games I wanted to try was Kingdom Hearts, and I barely played it.
Well then, I guess it's time for me to go.
Bye, Felicia! Even though that's not the right tone of voice for that quote at all, it's supposed to say it in a deadpan way, but oh well. And also, I like this really pretty route here. Kind of reminds me of Tall Plains from Legend of Spyro New Beginning. And, oh wait, I've already shared the PlayStation 2 story. Basically, long story short, I got a PlayStation 2, didn't know what to play on it, sold it. Then a lot long later, I discovered the Legend of Spyro New Beginning. Knew it was on PS2, but didn't know what other consoles it was on. Wanted to play it because I thought it would be funny that Spyro, because I learned that Spyro doesn't know he's a dragon at the start of the game, and I thought that was kind of funny. I wanted to see it play out, but so I got another PS2, and then I didn't really like the game, but I beat it anyway, and then I did a negative review of it a while ago. But oh, there was a door. I didn't even notice it. The Door to Phantom Isle. I don't know why the game is called that, because there isn't a Door to Phantom Isle. 0 out of 10 false advertising. But anyway, I got a PS2 a second time, and I played what's it called, and the Legend of Spyro New Beginning. I didn't like it that much, and then I sold it again, and that was the end of that story. But anyway, even if the route was a bit blocky in this game, because Anyway, you have to flip the switches here in order of the pitch of the sound they make. And it's not do-re-mi, which kind of bothers me as well. And here's the gear thingy I was talking about earlier. Anyway, I need to stop saying I don't know what to talk about. I also have a bad habit of talking in circles because I'll talk for a bit and then get interrupted by a cutscene and then continue that train of thought and then end that train of thought finally. You also may have noticed that on the world map there are a lot of things that are spinning, and after this level, the gear is going to be spinning on the world map. I like how the world map updates, by the way, but we can also take enemies into other rooms, which is how I'm going to get this Nagapoko egg, because that's what they're called. I thought this was a room where I kept falling into a pit, but it's not. Bye. Bye. I was trying to say bye, Felicia, and then I changed my mind to just bye. I don't know. Am I good at doing voices, by the way? And since I don't really know what to talk about, I guess I'm just gonna sing now. How can I repay you, brother mine? How can I expect you to forgive? Clinging to the past, I shed our blood and shattered your chance to live. Though I knew the laws, I paid no heed. How can I return your wasted breath? What I did not know has cost you dear, for there is no cure for death. If you're wondering, I realised I was singing the first verse off key, so I corrected myself in the second verse. And I didn't realise, I just realised that doesn't restore all of your hearts. But anyway, I think this might be the boss, but I'm not sure. No, it's not the boss just yet. Beautiful mother, soft and sweet. And this is the boss now.
Would you just tell me what you know already? If you don't start cooperating, I'm going to make things very uncomfortable for you. No, I tell you nothing. All right, if that's the way you're going to be. I don't care if you are an old woman. I won't go easy on you, Joker. You two again? Don't you ever give up? In that case, I'll just get rid of you all at once. Boom! I'm counting on you. Well, it was nice knowing you. Gelg Boom! Watch out for attacks from above!
In case you weren't paying attention in case you weren't paying attention to the cutscene, this is Gelg Bomb. You attack Gelg Bomb by jumping on these springs and throwing a mirror at him like I completely missed. Also, when I said, I almost said potatoes. I don't know why I said potassium. And I still missed. Anyway, I'm just going to continue singing Brothers because it's not really like I have anything better to do. Once you were gone, we were not complete. Back through the years, we reached for you. Our last was not meant to be. And how do I make amends for all that I took from you? I led you with hopeless dreams. Oops. My brother, I was a fool. Okay, maybe that was a bit too high, but there's still more of the song. But I kind of like the whole Rainbow Pattern floor. Kind of reminds me of Art Attack for some reason, and I still missed, and I don't know why it reminds me of Art Attack. Which also sounds like Heart Attack. So make of that what you will. If you don't know, Art Attack was some arts and crafts show that was on CBBC back in the day. I say back in the day, I barely ever watched it. I had some PC game of it a long time ago. It wasn't really a game, it was more like some kind of art program thingy. And now, Girl Bomb aggroes and turns red. Don't cry for the past now, brother mine. Neither you nor I are free from blame. Nothing can erase the things we did, for the path we took was the same. Beautiful mother, soft and sweet. Once you were gone, we were not complete. Back through the years, we reached for you. Our last was not meant to be. My dreams made me blind and mute. I thought without a word, and then I died. I can't remember. I forgot this line. My brother, the fault is mine. I just hate it when you forget a line of a song that you're trying to sing though, because I'm going to put it on the screen in post, so it's not a big deal. But anyway, so where do we go from here? And how to forget and forgive? What's gone is forever lost. Now all we can do is live. And now I've run out of things to talk about, so I'm just going to say I don't like the tree in the background, and in hindsight it kind of reminds me of that one stage from Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. But why is it leaning? The leaning tree of Forlock. It's like the leaning tower of Leaning Tower of Pisa, but not. Also, I've seen either a goofy movie or an extremely goofy movie. I can't remember which one. And the only reason I know this is because there was some joke about. The only part that I remember, well, whichever one it was a joke about a leaning tower of squirty cheese. It was some kind of brand of squirty cheese that sounded like pizza, and I can't remember what it is. So you have to double jump over the seed, but you also have to double jump to attack the enemy because that's not annoying at all. Seed. Not to be confused with cease in like the way Tessellating Hexagon says it. It's shorthand for cease to exist. And I actually hit that one, yay!
Chiefess, he didn't hurt you, did he?
I'm much too old for this. Anyway, you saved me. Have my thanks.
Chiefess, Grandpa told us that we should come and see you. Because we found a moon pendant.
Know already. Need not say all. King of Darkness. Reawakened. Moon pendant. Songstress Lafis. And a dream not of this world. All as legend foretold.
What legend?
A dream not of this world.
According to legend, the moon pendant is mystic key that summon Moon Kingdom. Prepare altar in Temple of Sun, and with that, road will open.
What's the Temple of the Sun?
Well, I've heard stories about a huge temple that floats in the sky. But how are we supposed to get there?
Where be moon pendant now?
It's with Grandpa back at home.
Evil ones pursue. Take great care, hide well.
I see, so that's where it is. I must say, listening into your conversation has been most enlightening indeed. Joker!
Listening in on people is cheating.
Not at all. It's just a different kind of strategy. You said that the pendant was at your home, correct? Then I'll have to go and pay a visit before you can get there. And Chiefess, thank you for all that helpful information. Now it's time to say adios. Hey, you, stop!
Grandpa's in danger. We have to hurry.
Right.
Take Wind Ruin's path. Shortcut to your home.
Great, that's perfect. Thank you.
But much more danger than normal road. Take great care.
Right.
Next time in my extremely riveting Let's Play of Klonoa for the Wii, we shall be doing Visions 4.1 and 4.2. Until then, stay interesting!